Hey everybody, my name is John Capobianco. You should watch these videos in order. I'm going to now build the Learn VRF differential using Django differential in the query sets. A lot of this is going to be copy and paste of existing code, so I do recommend you watch the previous video where I do the code tour, but I will try to break it down as we go. So here's what the page looks like right now, and this button works. Let's add a button here for Learn VRF. Okay, so what we're going to do again is start with our URLs, and what we need is, I'm just going to copy, again, a lot of copy paste here, and we're going to change this to Learn VRF changes, Learn VRF changes for the view, Learn VRF changes for the name of the function. Now we're going to need a page, and I'm just going to copy and paste this page, but we're going to gut it a little bit because I want to bring in my VRF HTML. So what we're going to do is go over from the top. So this is if VRF additions, VRF, and then I'm going to take this table out and VRF. So now where I'm going to get these tables from is the Learn VRF HTML that I already have. I'm going to take this for loop up to here, let's say, and bring them into the VRF changes. And this is going to be in VRF additions. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Put it here and change that to VRF removals. Okay, I believe that should all work. And now what I'm going to do is go to my views and set up my views. So I don't need to touch this view, and really I'm just going to replicate an existing working view and change the name to VRF. And current is going to be current VRFs, Learn VRFs, and I'm going to change the values here. I'm not quite sure what the values are yet. And this becomes VRF, and again, I don't know what all of the values are yet. And this becomes VRFs, VRF removals, VRF additions, and this becomes VRF, and this is VRF removals, VRF additions. Now, where do I get the rest of those fields? Our values. Well, I get them from, you guessed it, the model. So we hop into our model, and I left off at PyATS, comma, and it's VRF, so we have operating system. We have VRF. We have address family v4, address family v6, and the route distinguisher, but not the timestamp. That's the whole point of us doing this. So now I'm going to take from there, put that in here, and that all looks good. Now we need to go to our view here. Right, that's the resulting view, but I haven't updated our main template under changes here. So I need to add, I'm just going to take from here over, put it in here, and this becomes VRF, VRF, whoops, RF. Okay, so everything's all saved up. Server is running, good. Refresh our page. There's our new button. Let's click our button. And we missed the little renaming. I'm going to do it again. Nothing changed. The only thing I fixed was this said learn VLAN still, so it failed. So now that I have it all properly named, I think, there's the learn VLAN changes, and this really should be empty. I shouldn't get anything. It should report no additions and no removals for VRFs, because I haven't added or removed any VRFs. And that's much better. Okay, so let's just dummy up a VRF. I believe I can just say a VRF Merlin. No, VRF, let me get out of interface here. VRF context Merlin. And let's do address family IPv4. Unicast and IPv6 unicast. Whoops. Do show VRF. I should have a Merlin VRF. So let's go back and see. Do I pick up the Merlin VRF? I should. Should say that it's been added. And my DSL is very terrible tonight. I don't know what's going on, if something's downloading in the background, but hey, there we go. We have Merlin, the VRF has been added. So now let's no VRF context Merlin and VRF context Merlin new, and let's do the same thing just to be sure here. IP address family IPv4 unicast, and then 6 unicast. So now this is the last, well, this isn't the last use case. This is going to show an addition and a removal. The only thing I haven't done is just a removal, and I'll do that after this runs. I'll remove this Merlin new context, and then we've tested all 4 use cases with learn VRF. There we go. So now no VRF context Merlin new, and one last time just to make sure that all 4 use cases are working, and I don't see why not. Yeah, working. Awesome. Okay, so that's how to do it. I know I did a lot of copy paste, but I have show version left, and show version's interesting. It has some fields that I might not include as well as timestamp. There's some counters that I don't really care if the counters have changed. I really only care if the version has changed or some important key. So I'm going to look at doing that one next. And then finally, there's a get all button that is going to run through all of these and then present every data set, if a VRF and a VLAN, and right, the whole state. So not just VLANs and VRFs and version in isolation, but the whole thing and check the differential of the whole state of the network. So this has been a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you've learned something. And feel free to reach out to me on Twitter, John_Capobianco, clone the repo on github.com/automateyournetwork, or visit my homepage at automateyournetwork.ca. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.